What is up though, Lions fans? It's your boy Chef, and you already know what time it is. We are back for another episode. It's episode number 28 of the YAK pod. Now, before we get started, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little button right down there. Turn your notifications on. It really helps me to get the pod out there, and it really helps me to get the algorithm on my side. And if you're enjoying this content and you want to see more, you want the algorithm on my side. Let's get to it. Now, we are going to be talking about a certain cornerback free agent that's available on the market. Now, shout out to Woodward Sports and Dose of Dion. While I was watching the Woodward heavyweights today, they started talking about Chidobe Awuzie or Awuzie. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. It's a difficult one to say. But at the end of the day, we can go ahead and dive into why I'm doing this particular one. I'm doing this particular free agent because as I was going through some of the free agents, I found a list from the Score that was talking about the perfect free agents to fit any particular team in the NFL that's looking for a free agent. Now, this one says that the Lions employed one of the NFL's worst pass defenses last season, ranking 27th. The free agent addition of Cameron Sutton didn't have its desired impact. Again, Cam Sutton was dealing with a turf toe injury towards the end of the season. Before that injury happened, there weren't too many people talking about him in a negative light. We didn't hear his name too much because he wasn't messing up. He wasn't making a lot of splash plays, a lot of interceptions and, forced fumbles and things of this nature. He wasn't, I would say, dynamic. That's not what you would call him, but he was solid. And then the injury happened. And he just looked like he was plodding. He was a step slow. He was getting torched by everybody. But as I'll always say, ask Deion Sanders about the effect of turf toe on a cornerback. Anyway, let's continue with what the Score has to say about Chidobe Awuzie. Says, however, Detroit shouldn't be shy to take another swing at a cornerback this offseason. What kind of team would be shy to take a swing at a cornerback if the swing that you took last time didn't work and you need another cornerback? Come on now. Typing just to type. Anyway, a veteran piece like Awuzie could shore up the secondary. The 28-year-old was ordinary in 2023, but his 2022 and 2021 campaigns were mighty for the Bengals. Now, the only problem that I have with that is that he's getting older. He's not getting younger. So you say, all right, 2021 and 2022, he was great. But in 2023, he was ordinary, right? So is it because of the age that he's declining, or did he just have a bad year? I don't particularly believe that 28 is too old, so he might have just had a down year. Not a bad year, a down year. When I went back and I looked at the highlights from 2023, there was nothing there. It was just a bunch of tackles. It was a bunch of tackles, and it was a fumble recovery. Now, the good thing about that is that it was a bunch of tackles. He's a good open field tackler. He's big, he's physical, but he's not physical at the point of attack. What do I mean by that? He's not very physical off the line of scrimmage. If you watch some of his tape, this is an issue that he had when he was with the Dallas Cowboys. He came into the league with the Dallas Cowboys, and then he went to play for the Bengals. But I watched a film breakdown of him with the Dallas Cowboys before, and one of his issues was that he didn't get his hands on receivers. He didn't redirect very well. He doesn't even really seem to attempt to jam at the line of scrimmage. If he's on off-man coverage and he's got a jam 3 to 4 yards within the line of scrimmage, which is illegal, he doesn't seem to take it. If he's press man coverage at the line of scrimmage and he's got a jam, he's not taking it. I don't know what the reason is. I played corner when I was in high school, and that's the first thing that they teach you. When you are in man coverage and you're pressing, get your hands on the receiver and redirect him. You control him and tell him where you want him to go. You don't let him run his route unimpeded and you're just over there trying to cover and reacting to what he's doing. So he doesn't seem to do that very well, but in his defense, when he is in coverage, the receivers don't really get by him. I saw that he was great at getting his hand on the ball. He was great at locating the ball in the air. He made a lot of plays where he was like, maybe he was turned the wrong way and then he turned back the correct way, locating the ball, knocking it away from the receiver. He had a lot of pass breakups and deflections. So that was something that was really good. He's sticky as a corner, but it's just odd for him to be so sticky, but not to be as physical off the line or in the jam and things of that nature. So I thought that was kind of weird, but I like his coverage skills. I like his ball skills. I like his location of the football. I like that his hips are fluid. He's got good footwork. He is the exact opposite of Jeff Okudah. I'm going to keep talking about Jeff Okudah, man, because I keep hearing things acting like Jeff Okudah was good. Jeff Okudah shut down Justin Jefferson by himself. No, he did not. He had safety help over the top the entire game. Go back and watch the tape. I don't have to get into it, but I know that I'm going to have to. And because every time I talk about cornerbacks, that damn Jeff Okudah comes up. And I'm going to have to just do the episode so that anybody that's in Detroit believing that Jeff Okudah was some sort of good corner and he had flashes. He was not a good corner, and he had no flashes. He looked like he forgot how to play the game of football. But I digress. Let's get back to Chidobe. So is that someone that you guys would like to pick up, the Lions to pick up? Do you think that Brad Holmes should pull the trigger? Is he a Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell type of guy? The lack of physicality at the point of attack makes me believe that he might not be, but he does seem to be a dog in coverage. Very good at locating the ball, very good at sticking with the receiver, and he will come up and hit you. So I'm going to retract my statement. Just thinking of all those things, he will come up and he'll make that hit. I mean, if you go look at the play that he made against Kyle Pitts, when Kyle Pitts basically was like over the goal line trying to make the catch, and he just came up and smacked him. Good closing speed, and knocked him like 2 yards back, and they didn't get that touchdown because obviously he hadn't secured the catch over the goal line. So he makes plays like that. He's often around the football. He will recover fumbles. He is a willing tackler, and that is something that we didn't seem to have from our cornerbacks. They would try to tackle, but they didn't seem to be very willing. He'll come up and run support. Like I said, he's closing speed. He's like a missile. He will come up and he will get to the ball character and he will smack him. He's a sure tackler. It seems. He'll wrap you up, or he will grab you, or put his, even if it's not a perfect wrap up, he's holding on until someone else gets there. He's gonna get his guy on the ground, or he's gonna be, he's gonna have the help of his linebackers and things of that nature when he gets into the tackle. So this is not a guy that I would be opposed to. I think that he's been solid, and I think he would be an upgrade over Cam Sutton. Just the fact that Cam Sutton was a number 2 corner. Is Chidobe a number 1? Is he a true number 1 corner? I think he has the tools to be, and I think he would work out better than Cam Sutton did. My biggest knock on him is that Aaron Glenn likes to play man coverage. He likes to put his corners on an island. If Chidobe is on an island for an entire game with, let's say, a Justin Jefferson or a Mike Evans or a CD Lamb, or like people that torched us this year, is he going to be able to hold up in man coverage, since he's not great with the presses? He's not great with redirecting receivers off of the line. Is that going to wear on him throughout the game? I don't know, but that's something that I think can be coached up, because you just got to get your hands on the guy. I don't know what it is. I've never really seen a corner play man and be pressing and just not use his hands, or if I've seen it, I just haven't noticed it too much. But that's just something that concerns me. Is it a big concern when you're playing in man the entire game? I think it's a concern. Is it a big enough concern not to sign him if he's available and if he can be had at the right price? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about Chidobe. I wanted to get your feedback in the comments. Let me know what you think below. And as always, smash the like button as if it has done something to you. I want the subscribers and the people that aren't subscribing, and if you're not subscribing, why not? But I want the people that are subscribing and the people that are not subscribing, I want you to have a long-standing feud with the like button. Every time you come across the like button, I want you to just smash it. Smash it in the face like it's your worst enemy. That's all I can request from you. Do that, and I also request that you be the type of friend that tells another friend. Share it. Share the pod. Share the experience. Share the immaculateness of the kitchen. If you got some friends that they're not really into football, they're just into food, just tell them this guy talks about football from a kitchen, and then they can come and daydream about whatever is cooking behind me. You already know what it is. Until next time, peace.